An open challenge from Rahul Gandhi to the BJP. Read my lips, said Rahul. The Prime Minister is personally terrified. I have information on the Prime Minister's personal corruption. Let me speak in Parliament. The BJP predictably quick to hit back, saying Rahul Gandhi is getting desperate. The Lok Sabha was adjourned for the day after repeated disruptions, and the last 2 days of the winter session look doomed as well.
The Prime Minister, read my lips, the Prime Minister is personally terrified with the information that I have, that we have with us. He is... It is personal corruption of the Prime Minister. It is personal corruption of the Prime Minister that we have detailed information on.
जैसे उन्होंने कहा मैं बोलूंगा तो भूकंप होगा, तो हम तो चाहते हैं कि भाई राहुल जी आप बोलो, आपके बोलने से कांग्रेस एक्सपोज होती है, हमें फायदा होता है, हम तो चाहते हैं आप बोलो.
Joining us on this face-off tonight, Pratap Singh Bajwa, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress, and here in the NDTV studio, national spokesperson for the BJP, Nalin Kohli. Let me begin with you, Mr. Bajwa. Why, and this is a question that is being asked across the board today, why if Rahul Gandhi has proof, credible proof of what he calls the Prime Minister's personal corruption, has he not just come out with it? Why give us these teasers? Why say that they're not letting me speak in Parliament because I have all of this explosive stuff? If he has proof, why not talk about it? Why not lay it before the public?
See, I want to, Ankita, tell you, Parliament is in session. There is no accountability if Rahul Gandhi speaks outside.
Why is there no
He is a member of
accountability?
Parliament, elected by the people.
Do the people of this country not deserve to know? You're saying you're not being allowed. The Congress is saying the opposition is not being allowed to speak in Parliament. So why not lay it before the public outside?
Ankita, when the Parliament is in session, he has all right to say whatever he has to say in Parliament. There is accountability. So once the Parliament is not in session, or he is not allowed to say something, obviously he will speak outside. Then that is the forum. Then he will use.
I think the question that many people now want to know, Mr. Bajwa, is whether Rahul Gandhi is hiding behind parliamentary privilege or not, because there are things that he can say in Parliament which, if he said outside of Parliament, he might get sued for defamation, which again brings into question the credibility of what evidence he has in making such a sensational and as you call it, serious charge.
Now, why should he be hiding? He has every right. As a member of Parliament, he has every right to whatever he has to say on the floor of the House. When the Parliament is in session, why are you saying this? Why are you questioning his credibility?
Nalin Kohli is smiling at this point.
Basically, the government must give him a chance to speak. And these are very, very serious matters.
It's a serious
he
matter.
He has pointedly said this is about personal corruption of Narendra Modi ji.
Nalin Kohli.
I have a few points to make.
The country should be given a chance to understand.
I have a few points to make. First of all, is the right to speak actually is a constitutional guarantee under Article 19(1)(a). Who's stopping any Indian citizen from speaking? And you can speak anytime. Do you need the permission of the government of India to speak? That happened in the emergency in 1975. When you needed the permission of the government to open your mouth and say anything. Now anyone can speak, and this is enormous. So first, if Mr. Rahul Gandhi has a problem saying Parliament is not functioning, he should actually sack his own members of Parliament. Because the whole first session, part of this session has gone because the Congress party and other parties have prevented the Parliament from running.
Isn't it true that
then the second part is when there was a debate also, what did we see? When there was a debate, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad could speak, there was silence, everyone accorded him the respect that he deserves when he's speaking on the floor of the Parliament. And what happened when, say, Mr. Jaitley spoke? Did you see the kind of sloganeering? Then here's the next thing. What is the analogy? Mr. Modi is scared, afraid. Mr. Modi is afraid? In the last 2.5 years, anyone who has seen this internationally, nationally, knows that Mr. Modi is not a person who's afraid. He's in fact a bold person. Some people feel he's very, very bold. He has no fear in him. Then Mr. Rahul Gandhi says, well, burst the balloon. What is this about balloon? Does the Prime Minister of India play with some balloon that is going to be burst? We are past the age of playing with balloons. And finally, what it is, I have proof. If you have proof, are you interested in exposing corruption? Or are you interested in going and saying theatrics? Oh, me, I, Rahul Gandhi, have now decided to speak. So let Parliament function. So far I didn't want to speak. Parliament couldn't have functioned. Go ahead and expose what you have to do. What is this? Who's preventing you?
Right,
you are doing theatrics or you are interested in the issue?
If the BJP really thinks Rahul Gandhi is a joke, as one of your spokespeople told NDTV today, why not let him say what he has to? Why block the opposition from speaking in Parliament?
No. In fact, if Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to now adopt the policies of shoot and scoot, which is that typical followed so far by one man and wants to be now the Kejriwal of Indian politics, so go ahead. Who's stopping him? Nobody is going to stop him from doing that. If he wants to speak, who's stopping? He's got a constitutional guarantee. An Article 19(1)(a), go ahead and speak. And if you have an expose, are you not interested in pointing that truth and putting it in the media, saying so? And what is he constantly saying? I will speak only on Parliament. Then why didn't you let Parliament function? This is, I think, theatrics. We need to see it in its totality, not just because he has made a statement. He speaks rarely, so I guess possibly, and he comes with these events to events, photo opportunities. So maybe there's a little excitement on that, and that's why it's carrying on.
But it isn't just Rahul Gandhi. To be fair, you might call him a joke.
I've not called him a joke yet.
Well, certainly another spokesperson of the party did on this channel today. But anyway, be that as it may, we saw 16 members, 16 opposition parties in a way unite behind him today. So this isn't about Rahul Gandhi alone. What do you have to say to...
Well, after the balloon analogy...
What do you have to say to a Tariq Anwar who says that an atmosphere has been created where the opposition is being gagged? It's a conspiracy by the government. Shudip Bandopadhyay said the entire parliamentary system is facing a threat. So it's no longer really just about Rahul Gandhi, is it?
Let me say two things here. One is a little bit, and very seriously. Parliament is an institution, and the institution is made by the honourable members who are present and who make the Parliament. If they want the institution to function in its whole glory, they have to all get together and find that. That cannot be done by you, me or anyone else. It has to be done by Parliament with the Speaker, how you must speak, what should be the etiquette. All of them can decide. Nobody is stopping. And I'm sure the government of India, whichever is the government today, it is Prime Minister Modi leading it, will be delighted to see that the Parliament comes back to its healthy traditions.
Well, healthy tradition or not, Mr. Bajwa,
and my second comment about the 16 parties uniting. Yeah. So that was the first part. I wonder how united they must have been when Mr. Rahul Gandhi said, "Ye gubara phat jayega," or the balloon will burst, and these kind of analogies.
Well, we don't know what they were thinking at that point. So that question is perhaps more. But Mr. Bajwa, respond to this. You're a member of Parliament yourself. No one less than the President of the country has said, has entreated MPs to go back to work. With just 2 days left to go before the end of Parliament's winter session and almost no business transacted. Where are we going?
Ankiti, it is first time it has happened for the first time when Rahul Gandhi wanted to speak. It is the BJP treasury benches, the government which did not allow him to speak. Even in the Rajya Sabha, similar thing has happened. And what more proof do you want, Ankita? The senior most leader of the BJP, L.K. Advani Saab, who's been the Deputy Prime Minister, has already said that the role of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, she has not been able to fulfill her role properly. And he has said it's a sorry state of affairs that the parliamentary affairs minister could not...
at any point, and both sides have been shifting the goalposts.
We always wanted it. See, so no, Ankit, no, not at all. See, when the parliament in session, the honourable Prime Minister should have come to Parliament. He is speaking from outside. He is using other forums. He is giving pravachans outside. What stops him from coming to the House?
But do you want the Prime Minister?
Rahul Gandhi, the main leader of the opposition,
this because I have to say I'm at a loss, and really the people of this country are at a loss as well. Do you want the Prime Minister to speak in Parliament on demonetisation, explain the reasons behind the cash crunch at the moment, or accuse him of corruption? Aren't you shifting the goalpost just as much as the Congress is accusing the government of shifting the goalpost?
Not at all. There are two things which have happened. Two things have happened. One is demonetisation, which has completely demolish the economy of the country. On the other hand, there's a very, very serious charge of dishonesty, of corruption on the Prime Minister of this country. These are two very, very serious charges.
I'd like to comment.
On the contrary, now the BJP must face these two charges. They must allow the Parliament to function. They must allow Rahul Gandhi ji to say whatever he wants to say on this.
Okay, 48 hours to go. Nalin Kohli, last comments from you.
Very major.
Can this session be salvaged? What little is left
I don't know. I mean, it's really up to the parliamentary procedure and the parliamentarians to decide about that, how the session would end. That's really not for me to comment. Number two is, in terms of the Congress party, I mean, if they are worried about corruption, maybe they are driven by the Augusta Westland, because there is, after all, a judgment from a court in Italy, no less than a court in Italy, that a bribe has been given, and as part of that evidence, the Congress first family is named. I mean, their names figure in that, not anybody from the BJP. So when they say that's a serious charge of corruption, it's there. And then they say about the Prime Minister. My last comment on the Prime Minister. No. My last comment on the Prime Minister, please. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. My last comment on the Prime Minister. That this is not the Manmohan Singh regime or the UPA, where the Congress, UPA did not allow the Prime Minister to speak. The Prime Minister must speak, and he does speak. You can't have a silent Prime Minister. If you won't let him speak in Parliament, he will also speak outside the Parliament. He's the Prime Minister of India. He's not the leader of a party.
All right.
So why shouldn't he speak?
I'm afraid we are out of time on this discussion. Just a quick reminder,
Ankita,
Mr. Bajwa.
Last word.
Very quickly.
Yeah. Ankita, yeah. Our Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh spoke less. But his government functioned. The economy was at number 1.
2G?
It is the American President Obama who called him his own guru. Here is a Prime Minister who speaks a bit too much. And just see what, with one action, he's totally demolished the economy.
All right. Can I just say,
a
at the
sentence.
end of the day,
Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said, in the long run, we are all dead. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said, in the long run, we are dead. I'm confident he was speaking about the future of the Congress party, not economics.
Nalin Kohli, Pratap Singh Bajwa, I'm going to have to leave it at that with just this reminder that the Rajya Sabha has lost 81% of its time in this session. The time lost in the Lok Sabha has been a whopping 85%, a sobering thought there for parties cutting across political lines, really. But we're going to leave it at that, and really the next 48 hours will show us what's left of this winter session of Parliament.